What up, YouTube? All right, we're here. We're going to be doing a Titania orb opening. I'm going to start referring to her as Ty, not as what some people are talking about calling her, because I think that makes a couple people uncomfortable, though I got a little chuckle out of it the first time it was said. So here we go. Let's go ahead and unlock her. First things first, we're going to do a little bit of seed theory. Now, I am being a bonehead and feeding right into what they wanted to, which is opening these stupid orbs. So that piece right there is worth 150k gold, and I just spent 500k on it. Who's the loser? I am. But the hope is that for this event, and I don't know why I'm going into this, I'll somehow rank in the top 1%, get some dark promos, get some pay cutter shards, and whatever. Who cares about that? That's dumb. Let's go ahead and let's open up some Titania shards. I don't know how to say her name, guys. Let's open up some Ty shards. Wait, that's not seed theory. That's not how seed theory works at all. Let's open up some gold orbs. Hope for a million drop. We got two. No. Alright, let's head over to the blue orbs. We're looking for just... Wait, is this blue? No, that's red orbs. This is blue. We're hoping for a middle drop. A single piece. Right there. That's what we're hoping for. Alright, now let's go open her orbs. I would love to get more shards on her. And we should probably talk about this a little bit right now. Masters of Evil is going to be a trait needed for a legendary unlock. Completely independent of Apocalypse. It's not to unlock Apocalypse. There's going to be no strike characters from this team. They're not going to open a legendary that then helps open Apocalypse. It's not that either. It's something completely different. The rumor is MODOK. I could see that being the case because the going theory is that MODOK was supposed to be on this team and Kang was supposed to be the legendary that gets unlocked. That would have made so much more sense than putting Kang on this team. But I digress. So, Masters of Evil... needed for legendary, so maybe you should be going as hard as possible on their shards. If they are reverting back to the old school system, 5 stars is what you need. I don't know if that's what they're doing. I don't know if they're going to do single Scourge events for new legendary characters. I hope that's the case, but probably need 5 stars. So, really hoping for some purple drops here. Let's go.
Nope.
That's the minimum drop. Womp womp womp. Come on. Hey, we got a blue. 10. Okay, I mean, I don't get excited for 10. I don't know what to tell you. I'm greedy. It's nope. 8. Come on.
Nani?
6. Oof. Come on, give me a nice 20 at least. Give me a nice 20.
Nope.
That's not 20. That's 6. That's 14 less. Okay, give me 14 to make up for it.
Nope.
That's another green drop. Did they nerf these orbs? Okay. Last one. Let's go purple.
Nope.
No. That's a 8. I hate these guys. I'm seriously worried. So I got 55 plus 48 is the minimum you can get, which gives you 103. I got 10 shards over the minimum drops. The way they're doing events now, I'm very, very, very concerned that if we're going back to the old school legendary system, one offer plus maxing out their release methods to the best of your ability with not spending hundreds of dollars like you would have to do on the upcoming Agent Venom event might not unlock you the legendary characters, even spending $50 on every new character. I'm very concerned, to say the least. I don't know what we're going to do. For content, I have to unlock the legendary characters, so I don't know if I'm going to buy another one of her. I was trying to dial back, so... Ugh. Alright, well, let's go open the red star orbs. That's at least a little bit more fun. Here we go. I don't have any Elite 4s. I accidentally opened them a bunch yesterday when the issue happened. And we should speak on that too. So another little aside. Yesterday, when they released the Titania unlock, they did not add her to the red stars, but the mail did say she was in the red star stores. A bunch of people, myself included, ran to a red star orbs because it's fun to spin that slot machine and see what we get. And she wasn't in there, so a lot of people didn't get it. If you were part of that lucky group, then you were going to be compensated all the orbs you opened up, apparently in the first hour. This is great for people that open their orbs because they're going to keep the contents, plus they're going to get it all back. This also tells you you should always open your orbs. I hate saying that because there's going to be one time where they decide they're not going to give comps out. However, historically, they have always done it. So this time, she wasn't on the banner. She wasn't in the orb. It didn't show her in the orb. There was nothing suggesting visually that she should be in the orbs. But because it said in the mail, they have to comp everybody. Or at least they don't have to, but they will comp everybody. So now we've seen too many examples of when they mess up, they bend over backwards to just erase what spenders might take offense to. Right? So spenders have a lot of Elite Fours. Spenders open them all right away because they just bought the character right away. Scopely's going to cater to them. I'm always going to open up my orbs now. My recommendation would be to do that because red stars are so valuable to the majority of the player base. Like the top 99% doesn't care because they have them, or sorry, the top 1% doesn't care because they have them all at 7 red star anyway. But there doesn't seem to be a downside anymore, except that you have to wait to get your elites back. And that's kind of exploitive, but it's kind of what Scopely has made us do. So I've been kind of ranting about this for a little bit. Let's just go ahead and open up these orbs. But yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's go, Ty. Let's go. And we're done. Look at that. You rant against the machine, and the machine gives you what you want. We only had to open up one orb. That's great. Let's go look at Titania now. But actually, since I'm not building her because we have this current event going on, I'm just going to unlock her. And now there's going to be a cool transition, and we're going to go to an infographic I'm going to have made for her, talking about T4s and ISO 8 right now. All right, so now that we've done the orb opening, let's go ahead and look at her T4s and her ISO 8 and what we should do. So I did just make an infographic for this with the Twitch chat. It's going to fly across the screen now. And if you want that, you can go ahead and check it out on Patreon, or if you wait till the end of the current patch, it'll then be up for free on the Discord. Patreon's $1 a month. It's just a show of support. And if you know anyone who's in the Patreon, you can just ask them to share it with you, because I do tell everybody, once you have this, it is yours to do with whatever you want. If you want to share it with the world, go ahead and do so. So just looking at Titania's T4s, or TIE for short, we're looking on the basics. So the T4 on the basic is Incrucible on crit, clear an additional second effect, and does extra damage. And if we go ahead and slap that on, we'll see that that does apply to her assist/counter info. Keep that in mind as we go through the rest of her kit. So her special, that T4 is going to add 120% primary damage. That's quite a bit of damage. And in Crucible, if the primary target has Safeguard, it's going to gain Safeguard. That is like a straight call out against Spider Weaver, who gains Safeguard, and I believe Spider Weaver gains Safeguard, and Unlimited, who start with Safeguard. She's going to go first. We'll see that when we look at the rest of the Masters of Evil. But that's clearly a very powerful attack. Anytime you can get Safeguard, it's good to do so. Her ultimate, very basic, just 100% extra primary damage. This character does do huge damage. I believe she's ranked 15th in damage overall. So that 100% damage will feel like a little bit more than it would on other characters. But that does seem to be not quite essential. And I'll give you my final rankings in a little bit here. And her passive, Incrucible on spawn, gain 10% speed bar. This alone would make it essential. It absolutely would. And then Incrucible Master of Evil ally turn, she's going to gain 1 counter up to maximum of 5 and 1 deflect. I didn't read through her passive because there's so much going on there. But with counters and deflect, she's gaining crit damage, crit chance. She's also gaining 10% speed bar whenever she gains a positive effect. So this T4 is super, super duper powerful for her, especially when you take into account what the rest of the Masters of Evil are going to do. They're probably going to be faster than her. I for sure Kang will be. They're all going to spawn with speed up. They take turns. She gains buff. She gains speed bar. Then she's going to go. It's definitely a very strong cascading effect. So if I were to rank these, which you could see on that T4, or sorry, on that infographic on Patreon, is I would absolutely do the passive first, followed by the special, followed by the basic, and then the ultimate. Now, what is essential here? I think the only ones that are essential are the passive and the special. The basic seems to be high value, and if you're going super heavy on this team, I would say the ultimate is also high value just because of her damage. Now let's talk ISO 8. She's clearly a raider, and that just comes from what her abilities need to do, right? Her passive, she's gaining crit chance, crit damage, so that right there screams raider. But further to that point, on her ultimate, on crit, she's going to gain 100% extra focus for the ability. That's going to be an ability block, disrupt, heal block in all modes, and an additional one of each of those effects in Crucible. And also her basic, but most importantly, her counter she's going to gain 1 ability energy and clear 2 additional positive effects. That's kind of why this is a high value and not a essential. So she's countering basically all the time. She's always going to have counters up. This means she's basically going to be keeping herself clear of negative effects, even though if it's just 1 instead of 2. She's still going to gain the ability energy on crit, screams Raider as well, but it's high value because she's going to be countering all the time. So the higher damage she's doing on her counters, the better off it's going to be. I do believe counters that crit do not apply vulnerables, though. I believe it's only skirmishers that counter that apply vulnerables. So yeah, passive, special, essential, Raider, ISO. The other 2 T4s do seem to have good staying power. They seem strong. And that's it for the video. Bye-bye.